welcome to Cooking with Al. Today I'm going to make arancini balls. There are a couple of secrets to making a good arancini ball. One is I use lots of butter. The other is I tend to use arborio rice that is in the plastic packet, which tends to go mushy and is a little bit fiddly when you're making risotto, and so I don't use it for risotto. But it's great for arancini because it does go a bit mushy and it tends to cling together a bit better. These versions of an arancini are baked in the oven. It means you can just put them on trays, give them a spray with some oil and bake them in the oven, and they turn out just as well, I think, as their deep fried friend. Anyway, let's get cooking.
Place your heavy base saucepan on a high heat on the stovetop. Then add your oil and your butter. Once the butter is melted, turn the heat down and add your onion, and we're going to cook that really slowly under what's called a cartouche. Add the salt, pepper and saffron. To make a cartouche, grab a piece of baking paper. Scrunch it up into a ball and run it under the tap so it's damp. Unravel the baking paper and then lay it on top of the onion. This way it catches any steam rising off the onion and allows it to cook slowly instead of burning and frying. Once the onions have softened, take off the cartouche and then go ahead and add your rice. Stir the onion and the rice together so that each granule of the rice is covered. Turn up the heat and then go ahead and tip in your white wine. Simmer off the alcohol in the white wine and cook until the wine has reduced by about half. Then add your chicken stock. Then allow it to simmer away until the rice is cooked. Right, so now the rice is cooked, turn off the heat. Then dump in the parmesan and the remaining knob of butter and stir it right through that beautifully cooked rice. Put the rice in the fridge to completely cool.
All right, we're ready to go with rolling our arancini balls, and I have done a little bit of prep. I have lined my baking tray with baking paper and I've got my spray on hand to give it just a quick spray at the bottom, and then after I've done all my balls, I'm going to spray them on top too. I have the risotto rice just sitting here. I left it overnight and to cool in the fridge, and then I've just slightly warmed it ever so. It's actually still cold, but I just slightly warmed it at the bottom just because it was quite hard. And I am going to fold through some of the chopped parsley, so I'll dump that in there and then I'll stir that through. I also have 3 eggs here that I'm going to lightly beat just with a fork, and I have chopped up some mozzarella that I purchased from the shops. And finally, I have a bowl of water here that I'm going to use to wet my hands, because it's best to roll the arancini when you've got wet hands. And I have preheated my oven to 180 degrees. So let's get rolling our arancini balls. Okay, so I'm just going to taste test my arancini straight out of the oven. Well, I have let it cool a bit because you know how I don't like burning, scorching my mouth while I'm taste testing with you. And look at that, the steam is rising. So here we go. Oh, it is one of my all-time favorites. Now I've also made some pesto aioli, so I'm just going to pop some of that on the top and let's see how we go. I would absolutely recommend buying some store-bought aioli, mixing through some pesto that you've either made. Check out my recipe on my socials and on my website, cookingwithal.com.au, and just mixing the pesto and aioli together and then plopping it on top. It's really, really good. Anyway, leave me here to finish this off. I really hope you give this one a go and I really hope you enjoy.